New Black Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature's for the masses. Where to put your money down, not how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Book Club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. If we all just come together, there's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
All right, my beautiful people, man. Thanks so much for joining us again here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. I am your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO, VRGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and also international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. It's a study of Black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just believe that if you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. Well, not only that, guys, you have an opportunity to just not get the book, but actually become a member of the club. We do have a Black Billionaires Club that I invite you to join. I invite you to take this journey with us to financial freedom together. Because here's the deal. If you could do it by yourself, it'll already be done. And so simply go to theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com, and join the club today. Benefits are personal development, business development, also financial literacy classes. We teach you about money, teach you what formal education won't do. Give you opportunities to make more money, then also teach you what to do with that money, teach you how to invest. And that investment right now for you to become a member is only $10 a month. And here's the deal, guys. Some people will, some people won't, most people won't. All right, so here's the deal, man. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. So make a decision, make a financial decision today that can change your life forever. Make a financial decision that can change your life forever. Today's episode is brought to you by ERGJ Black Bazaar. We do have the wonderful journals. That's right. We have the wonderful journals. What do billionaires do? Number one, they read. Number two, they write down their goals. And so we do have journals available for you at ERGJ Black Bazaar. Just simply go to www.ergjblackbazaar.com. Well, I want you all in the comments below, let us know exactly where you're connecting from. We're broadcasting across Facebook Live and YouTube Live this morning. And we also do have a podcast that will be spreading out to 9 different platforms, MBWS Book Club. You can find us there, MBWS Book Club, across all of your podcast platforms. So in case you can't watch this whole video, you can catch it later, and you can do your running, you can do your motivation and all that stuff as well. Well, it's time for our affirmation of today. That's right, we gotta affirm, we gotta get our minds right. Our affirmation for today is simply this. It says, when my thoughts are right, when I get my mind right, I will always be in my right place. When my thoughts are right, when my mind is right, I will always be in my right place. Go ahead and hit that like button, that share button, let people know that we're here, the watch party button as well. When my thoughts are right, see, this is something that you affirm. You want to say this all day long. When my thoughts are right, I got to get my mind right. When my mind is right, I will always be in my right place. That's right. So our main text today, guys, what we're going to be reading through is Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice. Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice. This book here was written by Mr. Dennis Kimbro in conjunction with Napoleon Hill. This is a guide to success for Black Americans. This book was also recommended by Black Enterprise, simply saying this. This book should be required reading for all African Americans, truly committed. Everybody put in the console, committed, truly committed to the pursuit of happiness and fulfillment. I wonder today, are you committed? Now, we're going to pick up where we left off at. We're in chapter 7, Self-Reliance. We're learning to rely on self instead of trying to rely on everybody else to do something for us that we can actually do for ourselves. Rely on self. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, courage to change the things I can. I want to tell you this morning that we just need courage to change the things that we can change. Now, what can you change? You can change your attitude. What else can you change? You can change your behavior. What else can you change? You can change your bank account. What else can you change? You can change who you hang with. What else can you change? You can change what you watch on television. What else can you change? You can change what you listen to on the radio. There's plenty of things that you can change, but you just need to have the courage to change. But the last part of that prayer is give me the wisdom to know the difference. To know the difference between what I can change and what I can't change. That takes wisdom. God, give me serenity or peace. Give me courage and give me wisdom. Lord, we love you for it. Now we're picking up where we're talking about your personal corporation, that you should be the president of your own company, your personal corporation, or whether you are an entrepreneur or not, you are the president of your corporation. And what's coming into your household is going to be money, finances, your income, your paycheck. And then what you do with that paycheck has a lot to do, what you do with the money, your income has a lot to do with how you turn out 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 50 years from now. It has a lot to do with how your family, if you're going to leave an inheritance to your children's children, what you do with this money. Now, I want you to understand the concept of this is that your money is a seed. Your paycheck is a seed. Are you planting this seed in good ground so that it can grow? Most people are wasting their seed. And then they wonder what happens 25. You waste your seed long enough, you waste your seed 10 years, 15 years, 25 years, 40 years, 50 years. You waste your seed your whole working life. Guess what's going to happen when you get ready to quote unquote retire? Not going to be able to, because you've been wasting your seed your entire life. Now here's the deal. What else can we change? We can change what we learn. You can learn what to do with money. And guess what? We will teach you for $10 a month. We will teach you what to do with your money so you can get out of debt, so you can begin to build wealth for yourself and your family, so you can become not only the president, but the CFO, the chief financial officer of your household corporation. Then we're going to be talking about sales. Don't forget sales. Everybody put in the console sales. Don't forget sales. And finally, what about sales? How can they be improved? Sales encompasses more than just selling a product or service. This is the manner in which you sell yourself to everyone with whom you come in contact. It is the way you get along with your spouse and your children and your neighbors. We're living in an age of cooperative effort. For centuries, the pyramid structure was the way we organized and managed ourselves. Information, communications, and power. Simulating the second law of thermodynamics. Move one way from the top of the pyramid down to the bottom. However, over the years, this too has changed. Everybody put in console change. This too has changed. Nearly all successful companies are becoming more self-reliant. The pyramid is giving way to networking, people talking to each other at all different levels and in different directions, sharing ideas, information, and resources. Networking exists to foster self-help, to exchange information, to change society, to improve productivity and work life, and to share resources. Everybody put in the console share. To share resources. Now, right now, I'm sharing a resource with you. It was something that cost $7.99. $8 investment to change the way that I think and also change my life. An $8 investment that most people simply won't make. They don't have the time to read and learn from the wisdom of the ages. You could give them the book, they wouldn't read it. But it's so hard to just simply go and find something for $7.99 that can change your life forever. I recommend it. What a small investment with such a huge return. We'll spend $700 on a ticket to a football game. Yikes. To be entertained, to feel good, to root for other people making millions of dollars. We ain't out here making millions of dollars ourselves. How ridiculous is that? The important component is not the network, the finished product, but the process of getting there, making contacts. Within our personal universe, demographers have estimated that each of us knows nearly 270 other individuals, some more personally than others. This indeed may be the pathway to lead to an even greater self-reliance and to the attainment of your goals. Your network is your network. The most important sale. How's your level of salesmanship? How are you marketing your most important product, which is you? Regardless of who you are or what your chief aim is, your success will depend on your ability to sell yourself to others. to sell your ideas, to sell your dreams, to sell the things that you want to do and you want to accomplish. Your ability to sell yourself to others has so much to do with your progress towards your definite chief aim. Now, I think we understand this. Like if you were looking for a new job today, you know what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to sell yourself to the employer. You're gonna sell them on why you should get the job, and they're gonna be interviewing to see if you're best qualified for the job. So we're selling all the time. We just don't really look at it like that. Oh, I'm not a salesman. Well, you became a great salesman when you wanted that job, didn't you? Oh, you put on the nice clothes. Oh, you practiced the night before. You did a little research. You became a great salesman when you wanted to go work for somebody else. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Right? You become a great salesman when you want something. Oh, Mom, I want some candy. You can't have no candy, Johnny. Well, I really, really want it. You become a good salesman to try to sell your parents on why you should have candy, and they try to sell you on why you shouldn't. So to think that you're not a salesperson when you've been using sales tactics your whole life. I mean, think about it. All you gotta do is just go on Instagram for just a second. Just scroll down just a little bit. You're gonna see a whole bunch of people trying to sell themselves. Some doing it in a lot of different ways. Some do it by taking all their clothes off. They trying to sell themselves. Some doing it by putting on a whole bunch of makeup. They try to sell, and we're doing a whole bunch of different ways. Some do it by doing workout videos. They're trying to sell themselves. Let's not get it twisted and think that you're not a salesperson. Question is, how is your salesmanship? See, some people sell just simply by doing a smile. That's a sale. Trying to sell them on your character, your attitude, your positive mental attitude. So I don't think you got to always do what everybody else is doing in there in the way in which they sell. You can sell in your own way. Some people sell by being good help, by assisting, helping others to build what their dream is. There's so many different ways that you can sell yourself. Sales is nothing more than a personal persuasion of ideas and thoughts. You need not go back into history to realize how fundamentally necessary salesmanship is for any successful venture. People will be persuaded more by the depth of your conviction than by the height of your logic, more by your enthusiasm and your belief than by any proof. Or, as the master salesman Percy Whiting wrote, selling to be a great art must involve a genuine interest in the other person's needs. Otherwise, it's only a subtle, civilized way of pointing a gun and forcing one into a temporary surrender. Self-reliance through selling. What's going on, Bethany? Thanks so much for joining. In the world of business and commerce, the ability to generate sales is the indispensable prerequisite for success of all competitive enterprises. The ability to generate sales. If your company that you work for don't generate enough sales, guess what's going to happen? They're going to be going out of business soon. Right? It is the effectiveness of the salesperson that determines whether companies, industries, or even occupation or profession, even countries decline or prosper. Regardless of your occupation or profession, you must be a master salesman. Regardless, you must be a master salesman. Salesmanship is the key to the attainment of whatever you desire. From life, as long as your goals do not violate God or the rights of your fellow man. This applies not only to those who sell professionally, but to housewives, to students, anyone who may desire to reap his share of life's blessings. Think about this. What happened if your best teacher, the teacher you think, man, that was a good teacher, they were a great salesman. They got you to believe. They got you to work. They got you to do your studies. They got you to do your homework. They were a great salesman. They sold you on whatever it is that they were teaching, how important it was for you to learn it. They sold you on the way in which they treated you like a human being and inspired you to want more. They were great salesmen. As long as being able to teach. There's no getting around this, people. The major advances in all fields, science, education, industry, technology, religion. Man, your preacher is one of the best salesmen in the world. Okay, let's keep that real. Have been made for the most part by men and women who possess and utilize the power of persuasion. Everybody put it down on the power of persuasion. The power of persuasion. Numerous variables enter into the development program of the successful salesman. Most of these are personal in nature, having a greater bearing on the salesman himself than on the product or service he offers or the organization he represents. By reading the preceding pages and carefully applying their contents, you have already taken the first step toward becoming a master salesman. In addition to the valuable information in the foregoing chapters, there are essential qualities that you must possess if you seriously intend to become a successful person. The qualities are persistence, planning, common sense, and showmanship. Right? Persistence, planning, common sense, and showmanship. We'll see how much we can get done today. We'll see if we can get through all of them. Pay close attention to the examples that follow and observe how these particular traits were used. If you are ready to take the first step to a more productive life, how many guys are watching right now, you're saying, I'm ready? If you're ready to put in console, I'm ready. How many guys say, I'm ready to take the first step to a productive life? I'm ready to make a move. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to take the first step. If you're ready to take the first step to a more productive life, perhaps you will profit from the sales strategies of America's top Black salesmen. Persistence. Take a look at persistence. Everybody put in console persistence. Persistence. The word salesmanship goes a long way towards explaining Earl Graves. In high school in Brooklyn's Bedford-style section, Graves showed his relentless energy by working 3 jobs at once. At Morgan State, he paid his way through college by working as a swim instructor and dorm counselor. He even ran track for his meal ticket. Graves majored in economics. And by his junior year, he launched a business from his dorm room, landscaping. He had a friend type a flyer that promised experienced lawn service at reasonable rates. And he stuffed every mailbox in sight. Anticipating only a modest response, he was totally unprepared for what followed. More than 40 homeowners signed up the first week. He started a business from his dorm room. What's your excuse? You know where I started my business? From the bedroom. Okay? And I'm trying to tell you, man, hey, it's okay. Have a full-time job. I'm telling you, the next thing you want to consider, I recommend it, a part-time business. Not a second job. Only if you got to get the income right now. But if you got a little time, start building that second business. If you need some ideas on what to build, we can help you with that. Right? If you couldn't do it by yourself, you'd already been done. Join the Black Billionaires Club. Full-time job, part-time business. Why? Because you want to work on your job full-time and work on your fortune part-time until you can work on your fortune full-time. So right now I'm in a position where I work a full-time business and I have a part-time business. I've worked myself to that position and I'm working on my fortune. Are you? Now, I'm not saying that you don't not to have a job or if that's what you love, you love what you do, you're a teacher and that's what you do, teach, great. Why not start a part-time counseling consultation business on the side so you can help teachers become more effective? Or a tutoring business, if that's what you love to do. You just got to start using your brain on how can I create multiple streams of income for myself. Full-time job, part-time business. I recommend it. I recommend it. I just gave some away for free. Y'all supposed to pay me for that. All right. Graves graduated from college and entered the Army in 1958. There he developed and sharpened his sales skills. Though he made first lieutenant ahead of schedule, the military was clearly not a career. Graves had other things on his mind. When he completed his tour, he went back to New York and tried his hand in real estate. In his first 3 months, he sold 9 houses, enough to pay for a wedding and furnish a modest apartment. In 1965, Graves went to work for the Justice Department, a job that was to eventually lead to his working for Robert Kennedy, then a New York senator. Working for Kennedy introduced Graves to a world he had never seen, a world where power was a natural heritage. Think about that. If in our community, power was a natural heritage. This is what a job can do for you. It's try to put you in places that you ain't never been before. That's a good thing about a job. It can get you connected to some people that you would have never been connected to. So I have no problem ever with somebody talking about they have a job. Okay, well, are you leveraging that job? Are you using that job, or is that job using you? Uh-oh. So he was introduced to a world where power was a natural heritage, where the world did not exist, and where everybody practiced salesmanship. The word can't did not exist in this structure under Robert Kennedy. He did not allow it. There's no such thing as can't. Get it done. Everybody put in the console, get it done. Get it done. Working for a senator played an enormous part in my personal development, said Graves. Robert Kennedy was a man who was totally unfamiliar with failure. Graves recalled an incident where he was asked by the senator to contact Secretary of Interior Morris Udall. At the time, Udall was vacationing in Colorado, rafting down one of his more popular rivers. After several unsuccessful attempts to contact the secretary, Graves informed Kennedy he was unable to reach Udall. To this, the senator crisply responded, Graves, that raft is not going down that river all day. It's going to stop somewhere. And when it does, I want Udall standing there with a phone in his hand. Those words still penetrate Graves' psyche today. That story is a part of my personal philosophy. You would be surprised how many people quit when faced with obstacles. As every good salesman knows, everything may not be possible today, but sooner or later, it is possible. For nearly 20 years, Earl Graves would apply this maxim, and as he and a cadre of loyal employees strove to keep Black Enterprise magazine at the forefront of the business monthly circulation charts, Earl Graves was the editor-in-chief. He was the owner and founder of Black Enterprise, the magazine. Everything may not be possible today, but sooner or later, it is possible. That's persistence. Now let's tackle planning. Planning. We'll probably stop there. Yeah, we'll stop there. Planning. When the annals of Black business history are written, Henry Parks and the Parks Sausage Company will be listed as major contributors. Starting with every nickel he could scrape together, and with his most important asset, a knack for planning, Parks was one of the first Black businessmen to sell his product to the general market and convince the white banking establishment to invest in minority enterprises. In 1951, he did just that and achieved what few Black entrepreneurs managed to do: expand his company beyond the confines of the Black consumer dollar and carve a niche within the general market. Since the Baltimore-based manufacturing company began grinding out sausage in a small converted dairy, 1990 sales have grown to nearly 30 million a year. Parks had begun his career with a blast of confidence, graduated with honors from Ohio State University. He was hired as a salesman by the Pabst Brewing Company after showing the firm a plan to market more beer among Blacks. Parks' sales strategy was to reach the general market through ethnic consumers, a tactic that is practiced by Fortune 500 companies today. He succeeded beyond their wildest expectations. The book is in the title, Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice. Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice. We got it in the title. Right? By placing salesmen in supermarket parking lots and pitching Pabst to every Black cook, chauffeur, and domestic he came to shop for their white employees, Parks infiltrated both Black and white markets. To dislodge Budweiser as the exclusive supplier to American railroads, he befriended dining car waiters and Pullman porters, convincing them to stock Pabst on trains and nightclubs, hotels, and union halls. It's Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice. Okay, Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice. In 1951, Parks threw his sales skills into high gear and launched Parks Sausage. But soon, he ran out of money. He saw that his survival in food retailing would depend on his going beyond the minority market. How many guys know some of you guys got businesses and got business ideas? You might have to go beyond the minority market. You might target black folk. That might be you love people, you love black folk, you know what black folk love. But sometimes you gotta start to research other markets, right? So for example, this is what I do. I say, man, okay, I got these, I know I got some home decor that's really Afrocentric, but I also have home decor that white folk gonna like. I got me some Marilyn Monroe, I got me some bohemian tapestries. You know, I'm like, wait a second. I can find out what white folk like. I can find out what Asian people like. I can start researching their habits, their spending habits. That's what they do to black people, by the way. They research your spending habits. They find out what you like to spend your money on, and they give you what you want. See, the reason why you don't see too much financial literacy in the black community because black people ain't spending their money on financial literacy. The reason why you see a whole bunch of wing shops in the black community that's because black people are spending their money in wing shops. You know why you see a whole bunch of churches in the black community? Because that's where black folk are putting their money. You know why you see a whole bunch of alcohol beverage places in the black community? Because that's where black people are spending their money. It only makes sense. It's called economics. We're going to give you what you want. You like alcohol, we're going to give you alcohol. Okay, it makes no sense to complain about them giving us what we value. You like chicken wings? We're going to give you chicken wings. Right? Things will change in our community when we change our values, not when they change the stores. Let me say that again for the people in the back. I don't think you heard me. Please debate me on this, by the way. Things will change in the black community when the black community changes what they value. You value football and sports, we're going to give you football and sports. You value the band, we're going to give you the band. Think about that. I went to a school, all black school. The most dominant thing was sports, not education. The most dominant thing was the band, not education. Don't shut me down because I'm preaching good. The world gives us in our community what we value. And until we change what we value, our communities will remain the same. That's the difference. Going up to the north side of town, north side of your city, you're going to see what they value. Matter of fact, they show up to things like what is it called? The PAT or whatever you do at school, teacher conference, PTA. They show up to the polls. They show up because they got a different value system. Uh-oh. You get what you value. Matter of fact, you pay for what you value. If you value junk over health food, and you wonder why there's no healthy options in your community, because you don't spend your money at the healthy options. So there ain't too many more healthy options gonna come because they know you ain't spending your money there. You love McDonald's and Burger King, well, more McDonald's and Burger King gonna be in your community. That's just common sense. It don't make no sense to complain about what they giving us what we want, or the world is giving us what we want, or businesses are giving us what we want. That makes sense? Does that make any sense to anybody? Please debate me on this, by the way. I love for somebody to debate me on this. Tell me I'm wrong. In 1951, Parks threw his sales skills into high gear and launched Parks Sausage, but he ran out of money. He thought his survival would depend on him going beyond the minority market. So he bore straight ahead into promotion. He staged cooking demonstrations and taste tests in supermarkets, the first of their type. So when you go into the Publix or something like that, or Whole Foods, you see them doing cooking demonstrations, this is the brother that started it. Though cash was tight, Parks kept quality high and poured thousands of dollars into advertising with ads like "More Parks Sausage, Mom." In a few short months, trucks were seen rolling into some of the largest grocery chains on the East Coast, stocking the shelves in white-owned food stores. Every market has a key. Everybody put it down, so every market has a key. Every market has a key. Parks claim. And if you turn that key, you'll undoubtedly capture that market. I prove that with proper planning. You can sell to anybody. Now, this is interesting. I think this is different. This is a brother in 1951 said, if you have the proper key, you do proper planning, you can sell to anybody. That's a whole different philosophy than what many of us think we can only sell to our own people. No, you can sell to anybody. Now, if you focus on only selling to your own people, well, you're going to only sell to your own people. You're going to get, you and I, we're going to get what we focus on. If your focus is, man, I'm going to find a way to sell to everybody or anybody or a different demographic, or I'm going to target this demographic with this product or whatever it is. Every market, let me read that again from Mr. Parks. Every market has a key. And if you turn that key, you'll undoubtedly capture that market. I prove that with proper planning. Everybody putting guys on proper planning. With proper planning, you can sell to anybody. Now, here's the deal. This is probably something we're going to be when it comes to our personal development, our business development, and things that we're doing in the Black Billionaires Club. We're going to stay on this for a long time because it is a major problem that we don't plan effectively. We don't properly plan. We don't have a plan of attack. We don't have a financial plan. We don't have no strategy. We just out here winging it. No, proper planning. All right? You want to know how you got into debt? Poor planning. Poor planning. That's what it is. It was poor planning. Now you might say, well, obviously I was young. You know what I mean? I did what I thought I needed to do and all this stuff. No, it wasn't just necessarily poor planning by you, poor planning by the people who advised you, if you got any advice. Poor planning is how you found yourself in knee-deep in debt. Poor planning. You'd have planned better, you would have made better decisions. Do you agree with that? Please debate me on that. You'd have planned better. Now listen, this brother, Earl Graves, what did it say he do? He didn't take out those loans. He said he worked and paid his way through school, not borrowed his way through school. I'm telling you, that's one of the biggest myths that we got going on right now. We continue in this society, convince people to borrow their way through life until they get to the end of their life and they can't pay it back. Now you're really in some mess. Think about that. All your life, you've been borrowing money to live. Most people, not everybody, most people. Talking in generalities here. You've been borrowing your way to live in this society. In other words, you have become of the world. Even people in the church, I can go, it don't even matter. Because here's the deal. If the book says to be upbeat, you're in this world, don't be of this world. What does this world do? This world borrows their way in life. Right? We live in a country called the United States. They're now $21 trillion in debt. And guess what they teach you? To be in debt. Now, is this the same thing that the good book teaches us? No, it doesn't. The good book recommends that you stay out of debt. So even in the church, because they don't teach this stuff properly, the world versus God, or the universe, or sound financial principles, however you want to look at it. The world says be in debt. The world says go into debt in order for you to live the life that you want to live. Principles, the good book, God himself says, I recommend you stay out of debt. I recommend that you don't become slave to the lender. I recommend that you live the blessed life and you be a lender to many nations. I can keep going, by the way. Who's going to teach this in the church where most of our people commune? The church. Not teaching sound financial principles. Although the good book talks more about money, more about wealth, more about that than any other topic. Go figure. This is New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. You put it in the book, we absolutely will find it. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share with us something that you learned today, some seed that's been implanted inside of you. Saying, man, I'm really thinking about this thing. That thing that really done sold. We done sowed a seed of thought, of consciousness into your spirit. You're gonna chew on that thing all day long. Why do I ask this, guys? Because I want to make sure it's been worth your time. I don't want to waste your time. I want to make sure that we make it valuable for you to show up each and every day. As we do this, why do we do it daily? Because daily the enemy is coming after our mind and our spirit. So daily we must fight. And maybe just starting out in the morning, preparing our mind to go out here into this world and protect our spirit and our mind is something we can do. together. Was this worth your time and why? Put that in the comments below. Was this worth your time and why? Wow, look at that. Famous Amos borrowed to the point that he lost the use of his own name. Wow. I know I talk fast and you type, guys, so while you guys are typing, I'll go ahead and let you know again some of the opportunities that are available unto you. Of course, we do broadcast this daily at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is part of the New Black Wall Street Book Club. This is part of our personal development, but we go deeper when we meet privately in our own session, in our own group. You have an opportunity to be a part of that. It's called the Black Billionaires Club. Go to theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com, and join the club today. $10 investment, $10 a month. Same way that this book here was $7.99, $8 investment. Same way I'm talking about the Black Billionaires Club, a $10 investment to bring you back huge returns in your life. It's an investment. It's not you spending and wasting your money like we have been accustomed to do. The Black Billionaires Club, what do we offer, guys? Well, we offer things like this: personal development, right? To help you become a better you. Business development, to help you to grow and scale your business. And we just talked about a brother who scaled his business to the point where he wasn't just selling to black folk. He was selling to people all over the world. You can do that too with your idea. Personal financial literacy classes, right? Why? Well, we need to learn about money. I mean, we need to learn about money. Well, hey, here's the deal. You don't have to be concerned yourself about what other people are not teaching you. When we can teach it to you, you can learn it yourself. You got to choose to do that. We also have profit opportunities for it. We're going to give you opportunities for you to go and make more money. We're going to give you a stream of income. What you do with that stream is up to you, but we'll give you a stream of income. As you go out, you can make you some extra money. Full-time business, full-time job, part-time business, multiple streams of income. You need it. Book tells us about that, right? And also, we're going to teach you investment education, how to then now make your money work harder for you than you work for it. $10 a month, a $10 decision for you to change your life forever. Ms. Vivian Reed says this. She said, I've learned that from that with proper financial planning, my life will become better. Absolutely. Proper planning. Today's show is sponsored by ERGJ Black Bazaar. Pick up your journal. Simply go to www.ergjblackbazaar.com. www.ergjblackbazaar.com. This one here is the Maya Angelou journal, right? Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. You probably can see that. There we go. There we go. Nice little Maya Angelou. Well, guys, I'm ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author and founder of the Black Billionaires Club. I want you to remember this, that it takes a village, and it starts with us. Let's build. Let's build. Let's build these bank accounts. Let's build these businesses. Most importantly, let's build each other. And let's do it together. We all we got, people. But guess what? That's enough. Man, I pray to God He preserve each and every one of you that today, on this terrific Thursday, that you will go out and you will make history. That you'll take control of your life by first taking control of your thoughts. We'll be back tomorrow, Friday, same time, different day, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for more New Black Wall Street Book Club. Until then, Mr. DJ, hits the music.
New It's the New Black Wall Street Book Club. With your host, Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now, you ain't got to leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Yeah. The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.